Hi and welcome to this week's Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Andy Demetra. We have another terrific show lined up for you this week. Later on, we sit down with head men's basketball coach Frank Martin. We introduce you to the Gamecocks' three-point specialist, senior guard Tina Roy, and we also explain how the most impressive streak in Gamecock athletics might not belong to men's or women's basketball, but women's cross country. But first, Gamecock Productions is proud to share part one of its three-part story, A Fine Line, featuring redshirt junior Spur linebacker Jordan Diggs. Around the Gamecocks locker room, Diggs is known as an ever-smiling veteran. But behind that smile, there was also struggle. To reach major college football, Diggs had to overcome adversity, temptation, and the bleakness of his neighborhood. Our own Allison Parrish traveled down to Diggs' hometown to bring you this very special story.
I saw a lot growing up, and as a kid, you're exposed to a lot. I remember seeing, police raiding houses and, going in, and, I just saw this guy at the store, and today he's being arrested, and a kid walking down the street, and there's two guys shooting at each other, and, stray bullet hits the kid. And these are the type of things we see, and it happens often.
There's perception, then there's reality. For junior safety Jordan Diggs, the neighborhood he grew up in seemed worlds away from the brochure beaches and palm trees of Fort Myers, Florida.
My area, the Dunbar community, I would say it's rough for a kid, being that there's so much temptation. The corner store is here, and you're going to get a soda, and there's junkies there, there's drug dealers there, there's you're interacting with these people every day.
We at Cheney's Barbershop. This is the centerpiece of the community. Just about every high school player, you could say, gets their haircut from this man right here.
There's so many outside temptations as far as the pretty cars or, the glamorized life of, of drugs or whatever. Yeah, having nice things, not being patient.
And there's gun activity, people being killed, just right, all of this is going on right around you. So I had to use sports to keep me away from doing the wrong things.
Really in Fort Myers, man, there's so much talent here that the world don't get to see just because of bad situations and just the stuff that we go through here.
A lot of them kind of get off track, man, but this area is rich with talent. I mean, top tier talent.
It's a lot of more kids like that was way more talented. You just go through so much. It's like, it's a pit here that just holds on some people and they can't make it.
A lot of temptations in the town, but overall, the guys that volunteer their time from Pop Warner football all the way up.
Guys like my dad.
Yeah, a guy like his father. I mean, you looked up to him. I remember him playing football, number 42.
Jordan's dad, Shed Diggs, was one of Dunbar's earliest football products, reaching stardom in the mid-'80s at the University of South Carolina.
It was kind of like my dad was a superstar. My dad was some sort of celebrity. So, to be in the truck with him and we're riding through and we're passing by neighborhoods and everyone's waving their hand, hey, Mr. Shed, how you doing? And him speaking to people and everyone having so much respect for him, it was awesome.
He's like Mr. Mom. He's on task. He's at the school. If it's a problem, the schools always have had a good relationship with him where they could call him. He's always there, not only checking on our kids, but on kids that he's coaching in football.
While Shed was putting on a good face in public, he was privately battling a much darker side.
We'll have parts 2 and 3 of A Fine Line later this month on Gamecock Insider. As you know, the new Gamecock football coaching staff is hard at work pounding the recruiting trail this month, but new co-offensive coordinator and running backs coach Brian McClendon slowed down just enough to give us an exclusive interview. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Brian McClendon. I'm the wide receivers coach here at South Carolina. One of the reasons that I came here was I just saw unlimited potential here. I think it's a program that that the sky's the limit for. I think that you're definitely in the best conference in college football and can compete and will compete at the highest level in that conference. the thing that attracted me here was we're just great people. And I think you got to be able to trust people, guys that know how to communicate, and people that's going to be fair to everybody around them and know how to treat people, which is huge. We're going to be the hardest working segment on the team, in the conference, and in the country. I think there's no substitute for hard work. I think that it's a mentality more so than anything else if you want to be great. We're going to be very, very good fundamentally, and we're going to be tough. And I think all of those are why you play the sport of football and play this game of football. And the biggest thing, we're going to be very unselfish. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be fair. You know, if you earn it, you get it. And if you don't earn it, then you won't get that opportunity. You know, me being a former collegiate athlete, playing football in this league and playing football in the NFL, I think the one thing that you can never overlook is a relationship. You got to be able to trust what your coach is saying. I mean, your coach is a guy that I think you should be able to trust with anything that's going on in your life. You mean more to your coach than just what you do on the field. I think a lot of times, you know, players get caught up and think that their only value is what you produce or what you do out there on the field, and that's not the case. But that relationship I think is very invaluable in everything. We're going to go out there and we're going to compete from the very beginning of the game to the very end, regardless of the score. We're going to be unselfish. We're going to play for each other, and then we're going to play hard, and we're going to be physical. And that's one thing that I think that we can expect from South Carolina football.
That's new co-offensive coordinator and running backs coach Brian McClendon as the rush is on towards National Signing Day. Still to come on Gamecock Insider, we introduce you to the women's cross-country team, which is as accustomed to fast times as they are high marks in the classroom. We'll explain why after this.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way. When you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pre-game court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
This holiday, Ford, America's best-selling brand, is giving you more. The Ford Holiday Sales Event with 0% financing for 60 months on 2015 F-150 and Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. Plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on 2015 Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. It's the best gift ever. Now during the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get 0 for 60 plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus, or up to $2,500 in total savings only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 p.m. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information. Junior Sindarius Thorwell is our Terminex Pest Player of the Week. Last week in a win over Vanderbilt, Thorwell surpassed the 1,000-point mark for his career with a 19-point 8-rebound effort against the Commodores. Congratulations to Sindarius Thorwell, this week's Terminix Pest Player of the Week. Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. Most Gamecock fans by now know about the milestones the Gamecock men's basketball team has reached this year, with its best start since 1934 and its longest winning streak since 1970. Those are impressive, but they might not compare to the milestones of the women's cross-country team in the classroom. Our own Alex Grant has more.
It's no secret that the Gamecocks are known for their success on the field of competition. However, for South Carolina's cross-country team, the fight to maintain a 14-year streak happens every day in the classroom.
The cross-country team as a whole has been so successful academically. We all are very academically focused, so most of us have been on like the SEC academic honor roll. When we go to meets, we're very focused. We know that we all have tests to study for, so that helps a lot to have teammates who are kind of on the same page.
I think even when we first came in, you have study hall, you have all these different opportunities to really excel academically that they help you with. And I think just with the team too, to see other people doing that and having gone through that kind of puts you in that mindset and gets you going for it.
We have the team culture of actually studying because we have dinner together in the Doty, and so we're all in one place and then we just go upstairs and study.
I take a lot of pride in our academic success as much as I take pride in our athletic success. I think it is a great predictor of how successful people are going to be beyond college. As a running coach, I've always taken pride in the fact that my athletes' running careers is not just about 4 years, but is beyond that.
Since 2001, the Gamecocks have consecutively received National All-Academic Team honors, topping the list in 2008. Of the 309 teams that qualified last year, South Carolina finished first in the nation with a team GPA of 3.79.
It shows that they have a lot of character. They're resilient. They all want to be successful. They don't let anything hold them back. So they have very long days, a lot of 14, 15-hour days, and they're able to get things done.
It takes a special person to push themselves, and when you push yourselves in one part of your life, you can push yourselves in another part.
The nature of our sport just coincides with academics, and I think that it's always been that way for me.
It definitely kind of sets the standard. We all know what's expected of us and we know what we need to do both on the cross-country course and in the classroom. So it definitely makes us work hard.
Coming up on Gamecock Insider, we introduce you to Gamecock senior guard Tina Roy. And she'll show you her story is about much more than just three-pointers. That's still to come on Gamecock Insider.
If it wasn't for the University of South Carolina, we never would have started it.
We had an idea for a new way to create digital trees for video games and movies. So we decided to start SpeedTree through the USC Technology Incubator. Now, our software has been used in more than 50 feature films.
The fact that a couple of USC grads can have such a huge impact on Hollywood and even win an Academy Award, that's what No Limits means to us.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the inaugural certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
This holiday, Ford, America's best-selling brand, is giving you more. The Ford Holiday Sales Event with 0% financing for 60 months on 2015 F-150 and Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. Plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on 2015 Focus and 2016 Fusion and Escape. It's the best gift ever. Now during the Ford Holiday Sales Event, get 0 for 60 plus $1,000 holiday bonus cash on Fusion and Focus, or up to $2,500 in total savings only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. She may not get the preseason recognition of her teammates, but Tina Roy has been a valuable part of Dawn Staley's #2 ranked South Carolina women's basketball team. The senior from Louisiana has been a knockdown artist from three-point range for years, but as you'll find out, that career almost never was. Let's meet Tina Roy.
When I was around 8 years old, one night we went to sleep. We were in a king-size bed. It was my oldest sister, second oldest, third oldest, and then I'm the youngest, so I'm all the way in the back by the wall. So I guess for some reason I must have got overheated sleeping in bed. So it felt like as if something was riding my back. I knew my sisters were next to me, so I began to shake and spit from the mouth. And I called my oldest sister's name. I called Raven, but it didn't come out. It was like, Rek, 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 because I was trying to, talk. And she actually turned and hit me, like, shut up. Be quiet. Called my mom's name, like, Mama, come here, Tina's acting, acting crazy. So my mom cut the light on. I wasn't acting crazy. I had a seizure, so they called the ambulance. So after I came out of it, I was actually laughing about it. I didn't know what was going on. So then I was in the hospital for like a week. The seizures continued to happen over and over and over. So I would have to go to the doctor every Monday. And then finally one day my grandmother was cleaning the refrigerator, and like I had my medicine in there. And like she's real deep, like strong with faith, so like she took the medicine and she prayed about it. So I didn't have medicine anymore, so I stopped taking it, and then the seizures actually stopped after I did it. But the doctors actually told me that I wouldn't be able to ride a bike, anything, play any sports, and like the fact that I'm in college, I'm in a Division I school, it's crazy. So it's like kind of like America, I wasn't supposed to be able to play basketball, and I'm actually playing. I grew up in the church, so I sang gospel. Well, when I was young, I was all right. I could sing a little bit. I didn't think I was that good. But as I got older, I kind of realized, okay, I have a voice. But most of the time, I rather rap, I even like had to rap in church a few times, oh, you could do a freestyle in this part, so, because gospel it's not just singing, you can rap too. I'd rather sing, y'all. All right. Jesus, you are my joy within. You are my shelter from the wind. You're the forgiver of my sins. People in my family actually can sing, like a few people. I actually had a cousin that was on The Voice. So like music it's just something I guess we were blessed with, being able to do certain things, singing or even rapping.
Coming up on Gamecock Insider, we sit down with Gamecock men's basketball coach Frank Martin. What's ahead for South Carolina as it looks to stay on top of the SEC standings? That's next on Gamecock Insider. Introducing the Tex-Mex Bacon Thick Burger with fire-roasted peppers and onions, smoky Santa Fe sauce, and thick-cut bacon on a 100% Black Angus beef patty. New at Hardee's.
You can get 2 free tickets to see your Gamecocks men's basketball team take the court this season just by shopping at Buy Low. Purchase a minimum of $50 worth of groceries in one transaction and exchange your receipt at the Colonial Life Arena ticket office for 2 free tickets to a South Carolina home game. This offer is valid only while supplies last, so shop at your local Buy Low today. Britton's of Columbia has Gamecock attire for men and ladies with accessories to match from brands like Southern Tide and Smathers and Branson. Stop by Britton's of Columbia or like Britton's on Facebook.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way, when you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
When you grow up in a place, it's not just where you're from, it's who you are. The way things are done there becomes just how they're done. And while other places are nice, none of them quite feel like home. We're proud to say we grew up in the South, where serving you best starts with a conversation. Visit us at your nearest South State location or at southstatebank.com.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine?
that need to be kept at 41 degrees.
While being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees. In the shade.
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
Good hard work has earned Harrison O'Keefe the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the tennis team, O'Keefe is a sophomore retail major with a 3.464 GPA. This week's Academic Athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Sierra Porter, SEC Freshman of the Week this week. She can't get a shot to fall. Sessions on the wing. Mitchell holds it herself.
And that's that Euro step.
She has worked so hard to perfect that, and it looks smooth this year.
That was our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play here on Gamecock Insider? Welcome back. We're joined by South Carolina head men's basketball coach Frank Martin. Frank, unfortunately, the team's best start in 82 years came to an end this past Wednesday at Alabama. But with this being such a veteran team, with this team having had so much success already this season, do you address losses with your team differently now than, say, earlier in your time at South Carolina?
No, not at all. I'm about a next day kind of guy. Win or lose, my demeanor doesn't change much the next day in practice. We will address as to the things that led to maybe us not playing as well as we needed to play, but we'll get away from that as soon as we can. And we didn't come in here and play patty cake because we'd won 13, 14, 15 in a row. We're not going to come in here and cry like babies because we lost a game. We're going to come in here and work and compete and get our minds in the right place and be prepared for that next opportunity.
Sindarius Thornwell had just 2 points against Alabama, but you look at his previous 3 games coming in. 19 points, 5 rebounds, almost 4 assists per game. He's really turned it on once that competition has stepped up. What kind of leadership have you liked so much out of Sindarius as you've got an SEC play going?
Yeah, I thought he's played real well all year. I think he's been pretty consistent with his approach, his enthusiasm, his mindset. He was missing shots early in the year, but making shots comes when you're doing all the things the right way, and that happened for him in 3 games before Alabama. He made shots. He was engaged like he'd been all year, and I was real happy for him.
You were back home this past weekend against Missouri. Saw a tremendous crowd for your SEC home opener versus Vanderbilt. How impressive is that for you to look around? And do you catch yourself looking around now at these huge crowds that are filling up Colonial Life Arena?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I just like the fact that I believe our fans are really enjoying watching the way our guys play the game. And our guys go out there and they lay it on the line, and we've been doing that for 3 years. It's not something that started 2 weeks ago, and it's our fans are getting excited about it. And like you've heard me say many times, your fans have to be engaged. They got to be invested to help you create a home court environment.
Marcus Stroman took that shot over his left eye, got 3 stitches after the Alabama game on our Palmetto Health injury report. Nothing that should keep him out long term or even short term, but now moving into this next stretch of games, and it began this past Saturday with Missouri, that the target growing wider on you guys because of the start that you have had. What are some of the keys and maybe the things that you're looking to avoid as you get into this next stretch of SEC games?
Yeah, it's our mindset. Our mindset has to stay where it's been at all year, in a positive place, in a humble place, in a place where we're embracing work and embracing challenges, not in a place that we're consumed with what others have to say about us. And you know, every game's a challenge. Every single SEC game is an absolute fist fight.
No such thing as a sure thing in the SEC. Frank, we appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
Guys, now let's take a look at My Carolina.
Now, Gamecocks everywhere can support their beloved university year-round at the USC Alumni Center. Our spirit capital is the place to support student learning, connect to each other, and advocate for Carolina, no matter where you are in the world. Alumni, students, faculty, staff, and fans, we are ready to welcome you home. Visit mycarolina.org and stay connected forever to thee.
Planning a brighter future is easy with Future Scholar, South Carolina's tax-deductible 529 college savings plan. The holiday season is a great time to open a Future Scholar account. It's never too early to start investing in your children's future. Learn more at futurescholar.com and let's paint their futures bright.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pre-game court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Turn out the lights.
Why is all your junk in your new car? It's not junk. Thank you.
They say that all good things must end. Call it a night.
Are you kidding me?
Nissan Sentra, J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality. Now get a $149 per month lease plus $500 on the Nissan Sentra.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the inaugural certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
We hope you enjoyed this week's Gamecock Insider. From all of us at Gamecock Productions, my name is Andy Demetri. We'll see you next week, Gamecock fans.